Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Today is the last class for mechanical properties of solids. So let us try to understand one important and difficult model of question. Then we'll try to look at two more formulas which are not so important, but we may get question based on that. But first of all, we'll discuss one important model question, then we'll go to that formula, what is it and what is it actually related to. So the very first important model, better to say difficult model of question is, see, here we have seen the case like one wire or one material, area A, length L, Young's modulus Y, then Y equal to FL by A into delta L, where F is the force applied. But sometimes they can give you questions like two wires connected and here force applied. Like here Y1, here Y2, length L1, L2, so on. Or sometimes they give three wires and here you will apply force F. Like this is Y1, L1, A1, Y2, L2, A2 and Y3, L3, A3. Let's take like A, B is one wire, B, C is another wire and C, D is another wire. In such case, what is the extension in the total system, they will ask you. See here if you take delta L is delta L1 plus delta L2, or here if you take delta L1 plus delta L2 plus delta L3, or delta L total is delta L in AB plus delta L in BC plus delta L in CD. They can ask this extension. Then how to solve that question? So from here, the equation for delta L is FL by A into Y, delta L. See, same force is applied because you are applying force here, right? So the force is same for all the three wires. No other force is acting at any other point. So force is applied at this point. So that you can take like F is the force which is same for all of them, but L is the length which is different, right? So L and area is also different and Y, Young's modulus, is also different. Then delta L1 if you write, or delta L for AB will become FL1 by A1 Y1. Then delta LBC for this wire, FL2 by A2 into Y2. Then for this one, delta LCD, FL3 by A3 Y3. Then you have to add all of them. But sometimes, or most of the time, they will give that their areas are equal. They may give, they may not give, but usually they give. That's why I am specifying this case. So if this is the case happens, like areas are equal, then in this equation area is also same. Not only force, area is also same. Then delta L, or else I will write here, delta L equal to FL1 by A into Y1 plus FL2 by A into Y2 plus FL3 by A into Y3 equal to F by A into L1 by Y1 plus L2 by Y2 plus L3 by y3, so on. So this way, if 2 wires are there, 2 will come. 3 wires are there, 3 will come. 4 wires are there, 4 will come. This is how you need to find out the net extension, net elongation in the total system, where different wires connected in series. Different wires are connected in series, right? Also, in case of the same question, they'll ask you the question in different way. Method is same, formulas are same, but way of asking question is different. Like, they'll ask you, find displacement of point C due to application of this load. See, when you talk about point B, this will come down because of extension in AB. Because of extension in AB, B will come down. But C will come down because of extension in AB as well as because of extension in BC. So, the displacement for point B is nothing but delta LA. Delta LAB. So, whatever extension happened in wire AB, that is nothing but displacement. It got extended by something means B will come down by the same amount. So the displacement of point B, nothing but extension in AB. But displacement of C means extension in BC plus extension in AB. This increases by something. This increases by something. This extension causes to C go down. This extension also causes C to go down. So that here displacement of C will become delta LAB plus delta LBC. Similarly, if they are asking for D, then delta LAB plus delta LBC plus delta LCD. Again, how to find this XB, XC, XD is same thing, this one only. The formulas are same, the method is same, but their way of asking question is different. They can ask what is the extension in AB, or they can ask what is the extension in BC, or they can ask what is the extension in the total system, or they can ask what is the displacement of any joint B or C. Anything they can ask. One more case also I will tell you. Here, suppose they will give some condition like this is one rod, this is another rod, like here Y1, L1, A1, here Y2, L2, A2. Now they stretched by some force such that the extension in first and the extension in second both are same. Delta L1 equal to delta L2. Then delta L means what? FL by A into Y. That means here F L1 by A1 Y1 equal to F L2 by A2 Y2. But F is same. So that L1 by A1 Y1 equal to L2 by A2 Y2. Two different wires or two different rods made of different material. Or here only they can tell you like both are having same material, then Y1 Y2 same. Or they can specify like both are different material but length is same, L1 L2 same. So anything they can ask. So the depending upon the question, you take the formula and you try to manipulate it and you get the required relation. Then the data you can substitute. But understanding the question, taking the formula, manipulating and substituting, everything is important. So this is how This is one of the difficult model and typical model. Now, the one or two last topics are there, simple topics. Simple in the sense small but very less important. One is twisting of wire. Twisting of a wire. So what is this twisting of a wire? Consider, or cylinder. Wire is nothing but cylinder. Consider there is a cylindrical wire of length L. It is attached to one particular fixed ceiling and whose radius is R, length is L. Then it is something like this. See, here it is fixed. At the top it is fixed, and at the bottom when you try to apply some tangential force parallel to this surface, then it cannot leave this contact. Then what happens when you do like this? Here it is fixed, but here you are applying force. Then the wire or the rod get twisted by some angle. So let's take one particular line, this one here. Like this. See, one line I have taken from top to bottom. Now that is this line. Here I applied force tangentially and tried to twist. Then see, this line is this one. When I twist it like this, see, this was like this. When I twist it, then this line will slightly displace like this, see, like this. When I twist it, it will go like this. It was here, it will go like this. That means from this position to it will go to this position, like this. But here at the bottom what happens here? There is a center here, and that is the line connecting to this point, this one. Now here like this. When you twist this one, that also will rotate to another position. So this will rotate like this. It is actually like this. So when you twist like this, so this will go to this place and this will go to this place, like this. So see, here one sector like this at the bottom, and here one sector along the surface, so that here also one sector will come. So this is like, see, here position is fixed, like this is fixed, and you applied force, so it got displaced, angle theta. So this is angle theta, which is shear angle, because a fixed body rotated by some angle, that is shear angle. But here this got rotated, twisted by some angle. Let's take this angle as pi. So here the pi is angle of twist. One is twisting angle, another one is shear angle. So that if you take this one, this length you take x. So this is x. Now this is L. This is theta. Similarly here if you take this sector, this is x, but this is radius and this is pi. Now here this is a sector length equal to radius into theta. Here also sector length equal to radius into pi. Now here x, so L theta equal to r pi, where L is length, theta is shear angle, and r is radius and pi is angle of twist. So based on this relation, sometimes we can expect questions. This is called twisting of cylinder or twisting of rod or twisting of thick wire, which is attached at one end. So this relation is also sometimes we can expect. We may less chances, but we should not give chance. That is what you need to understand. It's all about what? Twisting of a wire, thick wire or cylinder or rod. Now similar way, one more thing also there, that is bending of beam. Let us take the equation for that also. Now one more thing, that is bending of beam. So what is bending of beam? Generally when you take metro railways, that metro construction or flyover construction, there is a pillar with some separation, and here there is a beam on which train or buses will run. Like that, pillars will be there. Now this is called beam. This is called beam. See, the necessity behind the mechanical properties of solids is, it is related to civil engineering. Civil engineering, of course. Civil engineering means what? Construction. Where suppose you take, every wire has some elastic limit and breaking point. So some maximum load it can bear. So when you consider a crane which lifts the weight, it has some wire. So depending upon the area, depending upon the length, it can bear some maximum stress. Accordingly only we will put the load on that wire so that it can lift without any break. Similar way, here also we will arrange the beam under certain formula such that the bridge should not collapse, because you cannot keep the pillars 1 kilometer apart. So here what happens is, where there is a beam, there is a slight depression happens. This is not this much, it won't become like this, slight depression will be there. That is called bending of beam. Like if you take a beam, actually it will be like this, but I am not drawing fully. Just take the front look. Now, because of its own weight, it slightly comes down. This is called depression. Depression in the beam, that is bending of beam, due to its own weight, and that value is, our formula they have given as W LQ by 4YBDQ. Y is Young's modulus. This a beam means solid construction, so that must have some Young's modulus. And there is length, there is breadth. So this is like length, and this is like breadth, breadth, and this is depth or thickness. So here if you consider this formula, the depression is directly proportional to LQ. So greater the length of the beam, as I said, like 1 kilometer, then depression is more. So greater length, then depression is more, then it will bend more, it will collapse easily. Or here depth, thickness is less thickness, then depression is more, then easily it will collapse. That's why we should make a beam such that length should be less and thickness should be more, then depression is less, then the bridge or overflow, flyover or metro construction, that will be stronger. Otherwise it will collapse because of this depression. So this is called bending of beam. What we call it as bending of beam. So try to remember this formula, because we don't want how this formula got derived. That is not our part. But sometimes you can get the question based on this. Only thing you have to remember this equation and you have to substitute the values. Or else delta is proportional to L cube. If all quantities are same, L got increased, then what happens to delta? Like delta proportional to L cube. Such kind of questions you may get it. So if you look at the whole chapter, there is stress, strain and stress 3 types, so that you got 3 different type of constants: Young's modulus, bulk modulus, rigidity modulus. So the very first kind of questions you will get in the entrance is based on those formulas like Y, B and neta formula. The other kind is basically mostly on Young's modulus related to elongation of a wire, potential energy stored, work done, or energy density and manipulation. And other kind of questions are like what we discussed in the previous class and this class, like bending of beam or twisting of a wire, or Poisson's ratio and relation between Y, neta, B and sigma. So those all things, try to revise everything, try to remember all the formulas. Very simple chapter and very easy questions, you will get it in the entrance point of view. Right? Thank you so much.